The Witch Chronicles, The Plea, written by Desmond Lynch.
Make way, make way. On your knees, now.
What is the meaning of this?
Captain Zabamat, we found this man running straight into our armies.
A Gazian assassin?
No, he claims to be a messenger.
Looks like no messenger I've ever seen. Sit him over there.
On your feet.
Drink. You must be thirsty. Relax. It's nothing to waste. We took it from a castle just north of here, outside the Razor Ford. We took the wine and the people, too. You may have seen a few of them on the front lines when you charged in. Very bold of you to run headfirst into an invading army. There's not a settlement for 100 miles. No barracks, no military outpost, nothing. Who sent you? Why did you come alone?
I was not sent by anyone. I came of my own volition.
That raises more questions and answers none. Who are you?
My name is Dr. Alexander Rosengrove.
A traveling doctor. Have you come to tend to my soldiers? I promise they may look frightening, but they don't bite. Well, not most.
I have not come to help the mutants of the Waste.
You may watch your tone, Dr. Rosengrove. You're my honored guest here in my camp, but to dishonor me, well, it is no stretch for me to dishonor you in return.
You speak of honor, and yet you march forward with an army of slaves and vagrants onto a land I cherish most.
Kazia is precious land. Many more vile than me have seeked to claim it.
I'm not talking about Kazia. Captain Zabamat, if you continue on your path, you will come across a hospital, the Imperial Franklin Children's Hospital, a grand institution that has been in the heartland for nigh over a century now. It has been a beacon of light through many dark times. Our institution has saved the lives of countless children. It has been neutral ground throughout the turmoil this land has known. The priority is the well-being of children, and children alone. If you carry down this road, I beg of you, please leave our hospital alone.
So you've come here to appeal to my humanity?
Yes.
Well, I do appreciate that. I know to you I do not look human, so the courtesy is generous to be sure. However, Mr. Quest, this I cannot do.
But Captain, please think of the children.
I do, believe me. I do. And it's terrible, but at the end of the day, your institution has resources we need. Food, water, medicine. We plunder it and we leave. If we do not put you all to the sword, you will either starve or return with an army. Strategically or morally, it makes no sense as to why I should change my path.
This institution is home to sick children from all of Kazia. They do not have the strength to leave this place. My staff, they have forsworn all allegiances to their homelands and the Empire itself. All we care about is the children. Please, if you need treatment or medicine, we can give that to you as needed, but leave enough for the children. Please. I beg of you.
What do you treat with these children?
I'm sorry?
The children, what diseases do you treat?
Well, it varies, of course. Fevers, ailments, cancers, all kinds of diseases. Many of the children coming from the cities, the dry air in the valley helps heal their lungs so they can breathe again. It's partly why we built it here.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yes, no lordship has claimed it. It's dry hills, barely any good to raise cattle or sheep. You can't grow anything here. It's clean, quiet, exactly what the children need.
What kind of children do you treat?
I'm sorry?
What kind of children do you treat?
Well, we treat children from all around Casia, children from Razorford, Chimera, Teramor.
Any poor children?
No, fortunately our services are reserved only for those fortunate enough to afford to send their children to our institute. I wish we could help everyone, but...
But wishes are like the shooting stars they are tied to, so bright and pretty, but so far out of reach that it is futile to even think of them at all. So it is here, as it is in the Waste. In the kingdom of Dorcow, there are streets below and towers above. In the towers live the rulers and their families, the merchants, and all the other rich people. Down below are the poor masses struggling on. The air down below is hard and coarse, far from the light of day. The mutations worsen. A stark contrast between the men and women up in their towers, believe me. When I was young, I had over a dozen brothers and sisters. As the years passed, I am all that remains. I do not wish for them back, as there is no point. I simply do what I can. What I can do is take this land of clean air and fresh soil so that my children and the children of my soldiers can live and prosper, free of Dorcow, free of the poison of the Waste.
And you would kill all those that stand in your way.
One man cannot share his crops with another. It is his and his alone.
But these are not crops, these are children.
Rich children who will die anyway. Whether it be today or tomorrow or in 10 years' time. It matters not.
That is not for you to decide. On what right do you claim to deprive them of one more sunset? Or one more day of snow? On whose authority would you deprive them of fresh air and freedom to steal from them what precious little time they have left? Children! The poorest of all, you would deprive them all life has to offer. Then let it be known, it is true, that killers are the worst thieves of all. And hell has a special pit for the likes of you.
You want to lecture me on hell, Doctor? Do you know what it smells like to stand amongst 1,000 soldiers of the undead? Flesh spoiling, meat rotting off them, flies so fat they can hardly stay in the air. Do you know what it is to lead men, women, and children each year to be slaughtered in the name of the God Emperor? To stand in the shadows of the Deadlands and hear their screams? The mountains so vast and vacant that they sound like they are just right beside you, as they're torn apart by the monsters you helped create. And here you are, lecturing me on hell. But let it be known, There is no hell worse than the ones we create for ourselves. And if hell is of our own creation, why not heaven? Why do you people get to claim the clean air and the green grass, while your children get to grow old and fat, while ours suffer and starve and die in the mud? How is that fair, Doctor?
It's not. Life rarely is. When I was young, I had a brother. Like yourself, he fell sick. The air in the city had poisoned him. I tried to send him to the institute, but there was no one able to help him, and he died. The loss tormented me, so much so that it drove me into studying medicine. I would never have someone endure what I had to face as a child. It is truly the most painful thing imaginable, and if I can prevent it, I will. These children are innocent. This land, this future, it does not have to be their doom. They can live, they can grow, they can help build a better world for your children and your children's children. But they need to live for that day to come. So please, I beg of you, reconsider your path.
I'll consider it. Guards, take him away.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. You disapprove?
Captain, that's not my place to say.
The valley his hospital is based in. Would we have passed it?
Our journey as planned would have got straight through the valley, nowhere close to where his hospital is located. As a matter of fact, we would never have known it was there if he had not told us. Captain, what would the others do?
Nothing. We continue on our journey, unchanged. We do not need to waste resources on a hospital that will soon fall from hunger and disease.
What about the doctor?
I heard his plea. He is a good man, but being here, he's seen too much. It will be a shame to kill him.
Do you want him to be turned?
No, he's too important for that. Keep him prisoner. He will become our chief of medicine.
But Captain, we already have mages.
Yes, in the waves of the waste. This is new territory. Our ways may not work. The doctor will keep us right. And so long as he believes that we will keep his hospital safe, then he will serve us well.
You want nothing from the hospital?
It is a tomb for children. What use would such cursed land be for us? Pray for forgiveness. For the parents. They did not know they had brought their children into a world that will soon be destroyed.